welcome to another hunt. My name is Mish. I'm a metal detectorist and treasure hunter from Australia. This video will be a little bit different to my typical videos. I'm actually out on a big adventure today, so I've gone on a bit of a road trip. I'm out here for a couple of days in the central Victorian Goldfields. Now you might notice there's a mysterious figure over in the back. Not sure if you can see him, but anyhow, I'm out and about with an old mate of mine, the Coffee Bush Kid. We're going out to where some 1800s or so ruins may be located. I say may, we're looking for remnants of glass, pottery, bricks, that sort of thing. Anything that gives us an indication that a former site may have been there. We're going to see if we can maybe find some old coins, some relics. Who knows, maybe we'll find a little chunk of gold. Anything could happen. But without any further ado, let's gear up. Let's get out and hunting. Alright, very first target for me is an 1819. It's the clearest signal I've had so far. Andrew wasn't joking when he said there was a lot of signals out here. Everything's beeping and clanging. As you can see, the ground's pretty well rock hard. So I might hand dig this. I'll get back to you. Let's see what we can find. Well, that's a humbling beginning. This rock, or whatever it is setting it off. No, it's not gold, guys. Definitely. Well, I believe it's not gold. You can better believe I'd be putting it in my pocket just in case, but no. Pretty sure this one's just a rock that's setting off the detector. So we shall move on. Let's see what else we can get. This is definitely not a detected find, but very cool nonetheless. My first decent little bit of pottery for the day. What a beautiful little print that had. Wonder if that was a full-size plate or a bowl. Got a bit of a shape to it. Let me know what you think that might have been from. Actually finding more of it. This piece here. Can you see the next one? There it is. I didn't expect to get a jigsaw puzzle today. That's certainly the way it's going. Very cool. Alright, next up here. 14, 15 and shallow. Oh, I can see the target. It's in this clump here. Can you see it? Nothing amazing. But that appears to be an old bullet tip of some sort. Quite a large one at that. Not sure which type exactly. Feel free to let me know if you recognise it has impacted on something. Oh, we're definitely onto the older stuff though. That's a good thing. Check out this guy that I just upset. I very nearly walked into him. Given that I'm in Australia, he's probably out to kill me. Alright, I'll leave him be. You can kind of see some ruins on the other side of him. Off in the background there. I'm just detecting around this spot. And then we might move to a different location. Well, unfortunately I'm not having a great deal of luck on the signals. So, you'll probably see I'm stepping down a rather steep embankment here. Into a little valley. Of which water once flowed through. I'm going to see if anything has tumbled its way down to the bottom of the gully here. One can only hope. Well, I'm right down in it now. Let me pan you up here for a sec. How cool is this? So I am going to wander along the bottom here, but then I am going to hop up on the banks on the side and try my luck. Apparently there used to be a bit of a settlement here. Going to look under the base of this big old tree. So it looks like it's been there a little while. A straight 16 shallow here. Who knows? Well, that was nowhere near as exciting as I would have liked it to be. Just a little strip of tin. These have been fooling me a little bit. I haven't shown you, but I've dug up more scraps of this than I'd care to admit, because they give a lovely clean signal and a lovely stable signal at that too. Ah well, I'm sure there's an 1800's coin just, you know, in my path. Well, sadly, day two's off to a bit of a slow start as well. I found a couple of scraps of tin, that's been it. And then, right where I wouldn't expect one, where is it? There it is. 14, shaky 14. Our good old mate, the bottle cap. Even though I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I'm still getting plagued by this stuff. That's okay. You just never know what'll come up next. Hopefully not an ant bite, because what you're probably going to start noticing on the ground as I'm filming is that I've got jumping jack ants all around me. They are the really aggressive, bitey kind, so I'm not going to stay still for any long period of time. And we're going to try and avoid the massive nests of them. We'll see how we go. Just wanted to take a moment to show you the area I'm in at the moment. So I won't give away the exact location, but check out the old ruins up here, and then if we pan across, there's a man-made brick wall here. Same with that side too. But then if you look way over, there is a matching structure on the other side of the gully. These look to have been connected at some point, so were they a bridge? Some sort of gold mining related structure, or what? And in here, was it a little valley through? Was it sealed off at one point? Just fascinating trying to picture what this place would have looked like 150 years ago. So I'm going to take you for a walk through that little tunnel I showed in my panorama earlier. So you can see the man-made brick on this side. I'll get you a better view in a sec. On this side, it's still a little bit more intact. Check that out. That's some awesome craftsmanship, no doubt all locally sourced rock. There was no ordering it in back then. It's falling away here. But still, magnificent glimpse into the past. I've just come across some home ruins. It's not a great deal left to show for it. A couple of bricks here and there. You can actually see a few down here. And what appears to be a cellar of some sort. When I approached it, I actually thought it was a mine, but that looks to be home storage for me, because I can actually, I can see some crockery over here, and I can see this. So check out this little bit of glass. I'd say that has been the flute of a small drinking glass. You can see a bit of a pattern there. See where the stem used to be? But it's that old clear glass that turns lilac colour over time. It's quite a stunning little piece. So I'll pop that one in the pocket. But hopefully, given that there are some house remnants around here, I might, thankfully, hopefully, find a coin or something. That'd be great. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I might actually finally have something to report. So you can see the little hole I've dug. It's not that big. The cellar that I showed you, just over there. Now, this gave me a 1617 signal, and it didn't have any grunts around it, so I thought, oh, okay, this is worth a look. Doesn't sound as punchy as the tin that I've been getting, because the tin signals really kick in, kick out quite abruptly. This one's more of a softer tone. Long story short, I have dug the hole. Let me just grab this for you. And I'm not entirely sure what I've got yet. It could be a coin, it could be a button. I believe it may be a button because it does look like it's got some sort of shank on one side. I'll have to clean it up. Yeah, it definitely looks button-like, but anyhow, fingers crossed for some sort of design or print on there. But that is my first decent find on this adventure, so I'll definitely take it. Now here's a fun game. So I'm going back to my little cellar area that you've just seen for the last couple of clips. We did stop for lunch, and now I've got the fun task of finding where it was again. It shouldn't be too hard. It is near a couple of landmarks. Good news, I've definitely found my spot. I'm almost there. Other potentially good news, though it might be bad news, is I have a signal. It's a 1920. Sounds very, very shallow. Now I would do live digs on these, but if I demonstrate here, that's about as far as I can kick my shovel. It's rocks, slate, quartz, you name it. So not really something I can easily dig on camera. Though that's about the best plug I've done so far today. Anyhow, I'll turn you on when I find the target. Well, it actually wasn't too far away. It was only one more little scrape, and I've uncovered this. So this, to me, looks to be buckle related, hence the prongs on this side. This is not a design I'm familiar with. I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully you guys are happy with that too. If I have any more info, as always, it's going to appear on the screen now. Still navigating to my little cellar, and I've spotted this little iron relic. We have ourselves the head of an old shovel or spade. Bit hard to tell now. It's certainly been there a minute. It'll be over 100 years old for sure. Now, how cool is that? That, the bricks, just the evidence of times gone by. I love it. So I had a target here and it came up a solid 11. And I honestly thought it was just a scrap bit of tin as I've pulled it out. But then I've noticed we've got some writing here. So I need to be careful, it is rather fragile. But that's been some sort of nameplate. So I can see a local town name, or part thereof, on it. I don't know a great deal else about it yet. But you can bet I'll be asking my local expert to give us some more info. And once I have that info, you know it, you guys are going to see it on the screen now. That's exciting. Now that nameplate I just showed you just came out of this hole. Remember I said I had a solid 11. As always, sweep over your holes before you fill them in. I've got a 9 to 10 in roughly the same side of the hole where I just found that plate. So what I'm thinking is maybe, just maybe, I might have the other half of it as well. No time to waste. Let's go have a look. Can you see what I see? Ooh, I think it's got writing on it as well. I think I may very well have found the other half. I have. Oh my goodness, this thing is so fragile. I need to be really careful. But that is most definitely the other half. Alright, give me a moment guys. I'm going to grab that first bit out. We're going to put them together and we're going to see what we can read. I was going to kneel down to show you this, but I've just realised I'm starting to upset the ants, so maybe not so smart to kneel. Here's our two pieces, and again they are falling apart if I so much as look at them, so I'm going to have to be very careful here. I can't make out the top name, but then we've got grocers and ironmongers. in Castlemaine. How flippin' cool is that? So hopefully, by the time you've watched this video, I've already put the name earlier, because I'm sure I'll be able to find out. Here I had a flaky 14 signal. Didn't think it was going to be anything much, so apologies for not filming. But, with an emphasis on but, it is a button. Little 4-hole button. That's an oldie, and I reckon, not that I can tell at the moment, but I do believe we have writing on the outside of that one. So I cannot wait to find out more about how old this one is, where it might have come from. You know it, details are going to be down here. This is so vastly different to any of the digs I would do back at home, and I'm absolutely loving it. Now, since this is so close to where I got the button from, just ahead of my coil there, I'm going to make sure I turn you on for the signal. Lesson learned. There's a lot of grunting around here, but if I move the coil really slowly in this spot, we got a rather nice sounding 15. Alright, maybe it'll be another button. That was a 14. Let's see what we got. Well, our target's out of the hole. I detected it around here. Let's turn on the pinpointer and let's see if we can find it. Oh yes, can you see it? Remember how I said it might be a button? Well, would you look at that? It most certainly is another button. And probably another one with writing on it once I clean it up. I'm on a winner now. See, I was so cranky for the first half of this video. You don't often see Grumpy Mish, but it was getting there. But the day is redeeming itself. Okie doke, guys. Location number 2 for the day. Give you a little sneaky peeky. Andrew's onto something already. We've had our noxes on for maybe a minute tops. I haven't quite picked where I'm going yet. Old gold workings all around me. But yep, I've been told just pick a direction, swing and go. We've got a 15, 16, 17. That is just worth a look. Righty guys, can you see it? Because I can. This guy here. That is a musket ball. Certainly not going to be a fishing sinker where I am. That's a good old piece of history. You can actually see a flat side on it. I can see more of my bitey ant friends in that hole, so I'm going to stand up at this point. Very cool. Continuing on with our theme of lower signals. A very punchy and unmissable target that's anywhere between 17 and 20. So given how punchy it is, could be just an old piece of tin junk. But if I don't dig it, we'll never know. But we do now. 303 shell. I can't get away from the things, can I? Very in line with what I'd find back home. Well, this is an interesting little spot. So you might see a little hole to the left of me here. I'm suspicious that this might have been some sort of storage. does look like it's been walled, and on further inspection, I can't crouch too far here because I don't want to fall in, but right at the end of my coil there, guys, you might be able to just see a little flash of blue. So we've got some old ceramic there. In fact, it might be a little larger than I think. Yeah, there you go, there's a decent piece for you. I will attempt to get that out for you. These bushes here are really spiky and prickly. And as you can see, they're all on the other side, so I don't really want to end up covered in them. Oh, I'm now in that hole. Haven't dug anything yet, but I really wanted to get this out to show you guys. Now that is a beautiful little specimen. Very happy with that one. So now I can get a feel for the overall shape. Maybe it was about this big, who knows? Well, making our way out, I found this beautiful cherry plum tree. Actually pretty tasty too. A little bit tart with the flesh, and around the pip according to Andrew. I don't know, I reckon he needs to toughen up a bit. They taste delicious to me. Oh, that's the snacks sorted for the rest of our trip. I think we're getting out of here. Well, I bet you thought we were finished. We've opted to squeeze in one last hunt. This will be my final one on this particular adventure. I'm going to show you where we are. We are at an inland beach. So I've had my first target. It was a solid 17. Would you look at that? I've finally got a coin. Now, I won't call it historic by any means, but that is a 50-cent piece, and I will most certainly take it. Oh guys, you'll probably hear Andrew in the background. He's found 10 cents, and his words, his exact words, are game on. Now I've got another signal. Solid 13, so it's either going to be a pull tab or 10 cents. What do we got down here? Is that it? No, that is not it. But that is. So I'm still only 40 cents ahead. Folks, I've made it down to the water. Now, as beautiful and calming as that is, by gee, it makes me realise how lucky I am to have the coast close to home. And unfortunately, this water's edge, as you can see, is pretty junky. I'm picking up lots of caps, lots of pull tabs. Not really filming them. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want an hour-long pull tab show. Guys, light is fading fast, so I don't think we'll get too much more footage. I had a 25, 26 in here. Lo and behold, we have ourselves a coin. So I've gained myself another 2 cents for the tally, making my grand total 52 cents, I believe. Or did I find a 10 cent as well? I can't remember now. Anyhow, another 2 cents on the board. I'm happy with that. Alright, so my 2 cents was from this little pile here. Got a wacky signal in the 20s here. You can see it. So it is just a 1 cent piece. But hey, every cent counts, right? Well, this could be the very last target. So hopefully, let's end on a high note. When I mean high note, 28.29, but as you can see, she's pretty jumpy. So don't hold the breath. Ooh, wow, the light really is nearly gone from my camera now. The last find of the day. We're calling it a doohickey. It's junk. Seems fitting. Oh well. Happy hunting, folks. We will move on to the wrap up.